A. Address. An address in networking refers to a unique identifier assigned to a device or endpoint on a network. It ensures that data can be accurately sent and received between devices. Addresses may be physical, like a MAC address, or logical, like an IP address. ACL, Access Control List. An access control list is a set of rules that controls traffic and defines which users or systems can access network resources. ACLs can permit or deny packets based on criteria like IP address, protocol, or port number. Authentication Header. The authentication header is part of the IPsec protocol suite used to provide data integrity, authentication, and protection against replay attacks. ensures that packets have not been modified in transit and verifies the identity of the sender. Access Point. An access point is a networking device that allows wireless capable devices to connect to a wired network using Wi-Fi or related standards. It acts as a bridge between wireless clients and the local area network. API, Application Programming Interface. An API is a set of functions and protocols that allow software applications to communicate with each other or with network services. APIs simplify development by enabling standardized interactions between systems. APIPA, Automatic Private Internet Protocol Addressing. APIPA is a Windows feature that assigns a computer an IP address automatically when no DHCP server is available. These addresses fall within the 169.254.0.0/16 range. ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. ARP maps IP addresses to MAC addresses, allowing communication between devices on a local network. It works by broadcasting a request for the hardware address of a known IP. This is a test of the emergency webcast system. This is only a test. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. If you do collect $200, you've collected $200 too much. So please, please pick up a community chest. BGP, Border Gateway Protocol. BGP is an exterior gateway routing protocol used to exchange routing information between autonomous systems on the Internet. It determines the most efficient paths for data transmission across networks. BNC, Bayonet Neil Kinselman. BNC connectors are used for coaxial cable connections in older networking technologies such as 10-base-2 Ethernet and some radio or video equipment. They provide secure twist-lock connections. BSSID, Basic Service Set Identifier. A BSSID uniquely identifies a wireless access point or base station within a Wi-Fi network. It typically corresponds to the MAC address of the access point's radio interface. BYOD, Bring Your Own Device. BYOD is a policy allowing employees to use their personal devices, such as smartphones or laptops, to access organizational networks and data. CAM, Content Addressable Memory. CAM is a type of memory used in switches to store MAC addresses and their corresponding ports in the MAC address table. It enables fast data lookup and forwarding decisions. CDN, Content Delivery Network. A CDN is a distributed system of servers designed to deliver web content and media to users based on geographic location. It improves performance by caching content closer to the end user. CDP, Cisco Discovery Protocol. CDP is a proprietary Layer 2 protocol used by Cisco devices to share information about directly connected devices, such as IP addresses, device types, and software versions. CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The CIA triad represents the three key goals of information security. Confidentiality ensures data is private, integrity ensures accuracy, and availability ensures that data and services are accessible when needed. CIDR, Classless Interdomain Routing. CIDR is a method for allocating IP addresses and routing that replaces the older class-based system. It allows variable length subnet masking, or VLSM, for more efficient address usage. CLI, Command Line Interface. A command line interface allows users to interact with network devices or operating systems through text-based commands. It provides direct control over configuration and troubleshooting. CNAME, or CNAME, Canonical Name. A canonical name record in DNS maps one domain name to another. It's often used to create aliases that point to a primary domain name. CPU, Central Processing Unit. The CPU is the core component of a computer that performs processing, computation, and control tasks. It executes instructions that drive applications and system operations. CRC, Cyclic Redundancy Check. CRC is an error detection technique used to ensure data integrity in network transmissions. It detects accidental changes to raw data. DAC, Direct Attach Copper. DAC cables are twin axial cables with fixed transceivers on both ends, used for short distance, high speed connections between network devices like switches and servers. DAS, or DAS, Direct Attached Storage. DAS is a digital storage system directly connected to a computer or server without a network in between. It's typically used for local, fast data access. DCI, Data Center Interconnect. DCI connects two or more data centers to share resources, provide redundancy, or enable workload distribution. It uses high-capacity links for fast data transfer. DDoS, or DDoS, Distributed Denial of Service. A DDoS attack floods a target system or network with massive amounts of traffic from multiple sources, overwhelming resources and making services unavailable. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. DHCP automatically assigns IP addresses and other network configuration parameters to devices on a network, simplifying management. DLP, Data Loss Prevention. DLP refers to tools and strategies designed to detect and prevent unauthorized access, sharing, or transmission of sensitive data. DNS, Domain Name System. The domain name system is a hierarchical naming system that translates human-friendly domain names like example.com into numerical IP addresses that computers use to locate and communicate with each other on a network. DNS servers manage this translation process through a system of distributed databases, ensuring fast and accurate resolution across the Internet. DNSSEC, Domain Name System Security Extensions. DNSSEC is a suite of extensions that adds cryptographic security to the domain name system. It helps protect against attacks like DNS spoofing or cache poisoning by ensuring that DNS responses come from verified sources and have not been altered in transit. DOH, DNS over Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. DNS over HTTPS encrypts DNS queries using HTTPS, preventing third parties from intercepting or tampering with DNS requests. By wrapping DNS traffic within standard HTTPS encryption, it enhances privacy and security for users. DOS, Denial of Service. A DOS attack is a cyber attack designed to make a network resource or service unavailable to legitimate users. It typically works by overwhelming the target with excessive traffic or exploiting vulnerabilities to crash systems. DOT, DNS over Transport Layer Security. DNS over TLS encrypts DNS queries using the TLS protocol, securing them against interception or tampering. It ensures privacy by protecting DNS communications from being viewed or modified during transmission. DR, Disaster Recovery. Disaster recovery refers to the process and policies used to restore IT systems and operations after a catastrophic event such as data loss, cyber attack, or natural disaster. It focuses on quickly recovering systems and minimizing downtime. EAPOL, Extensible Authentication Protocol over LAN. EAPOL is a network port authentication protocol used primarily in IEEE 802.1x environments to facilitate secure authentication between clients and network devices. It helps verify user credentials before granting network access. EIGRP, Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. EIGRP is a Cisco proprietary dynamic routing protocol that combines the advantages of link state and distance vector algorithms. It enables routers to exchange routing information efficiently and quickly adapt to network topology changes. EOL, End of Life. End of life is the stage when a manufacturer no longer produces or sells a particular hardware or software product. This often means the product will soon stop receiving updates and support. EOS, End of Support. End of support refers to the point when a vendor stops providing security patches, updates, and technical assistance for a product. After this point, systems may become vulnerable to attacks due to unpatched vulnerabilities. ESP, Encapsulating Security Payload. ESP is a core component of the IPsec suite that provides confidentiality, integrity, and authentication for IP packets. It can encrypt payload data, ensuring secure communication between devices over untrusted networks. ESSID, Extended Service Set Identifier. An extended service set identifier identifies a collection of connected wireless access points that form a single wireless network. It allows seamless roaming for devices within the same WLAN. EULA, End User License Agreement. An end-user license agreement is a legal contract between a software vendor and the end user that outlines usage rights, restrictions, and ownership terms for a software product. FC, Fiber Channel. Fiber Channel is a high-speed network technology primarily used to connect data storage to servers within storage area networks, or SANs. It provides fast, reliable, and low-latency data transfer for enterprise systems. FHRP, First Hop Redundancy Protocol. FHRP is a family of protocols that provide gateway redundancy, allowing multiple routers to act as a single virtual default gateway. Common examples include HSRP, VRRP, and GLBP. FTP, File Transfer Protocol. File Transfer Protocol, FTP, is a standard network protocol used to transfer files between a client and server over TCP/IP. It typically operates on ports 20 and 21. GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. The GDPR is a European Union law that governs how organizations collect, process, and store personal data. It emphasizes user privacy and data protection rights. GRE, Generic Routing Encapsulation. GRE is a tunneling protocol that encapsulates a wide variety of network layer protocols inside virtual point-to-point links over the Internet. GUI, Graphical User Interface. A graphical user interface allows users to interact with software using visual elements like buttons, icons, and windows instead of command line input. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP is the foundation of web communication, enabling the transfer of data between web servers and clients. It defines how messages are formatted and transmitted on the World Wide Web. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. HTTPS is the secure version of HTTP that encrypts communication between a web browser and a web server using SSL or TLS. It ensures data confidentiality and integrity for online transactions. IaaS, Infrastructure as a Service. Infrastructure as a Service is a cloud computing model that provides virtualized computing resources such as servers, storage, and networking over the Internet. IAC, Infrastructure as Code. IAC is the practice of managing and provisioning IT infrastructure through machine-readable configuration files instead of manual processes. IAM, Identity and Access Management. IAM is a framework for managing digital identities and controlling user access to network resources. It ensures that only authorized users can access specific systems or data. ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. ICMP is used by network devices to send error messages and operational information such as indicating that a service is unavailable or a host can't be reached. ICS, Industrial Control System. An industrial control system is a network system used to manage and automate industrial operations like manufacturing or power distribution. It includes SCADA systems, PLCs, and sensors. IDF, Intermediate Distribution Frame. An IDF is a rack or enclosure used to connect and manage network cables within a building. It typically serves as a connection point between the main distribution frame, MDF, and end-user devices. IDS, Intrusion Detection System. An IDS is a security tool designed to monitor network traffic or system activities for signs of malicious behavior, policy violations, or unauthorized access attempts. It can be network-based, NIDS, or host-based, HIDS. IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. The Industrial Internet of Things extends IoT technology into industrial and manufacturing settings. It connects equipment, sensors, and control systems to improve efficiency, automation, and predictive maintenance. IKE, Internet Key Exchange. IKE is a protocol used to establish secure communication channels in IPsec by negotiating security associations and exchanging cryptographic keys. It operates in two phases to authenticate peers and set up encryption parameters. IoT, Internet of Things. The Internet of Things refers to the network of physical devices such as sensors, cameras, and appliances that connect to the Internet to collect and exchange data. These devices often operate autonomously and communicate without human intervention. IP, Internet Protocol. The Internet Protocol, IP, is the primary network layer protocol responsible for addressing and routing packets between devices across interconnected networks. It ensures that data is sent from source to destination using logical addressing. IPAM, Internet Protocol Address Management. IP address management is a framework for managing and tracking IP address spaces within a network. It integrates DNS and DHCP services to ensure efficient and organized IP allocation. IPS, Intrusion Prevention System. An IPS is a security device that monitors network traffic for malicious activity and can take immediate action, such as blocking packets, to prevent an attack. It works in line with network traffic. IPsec, Internet Protocol Security. IPsec is a suite of protocols designed to secure IP communications by authenticating and encrypting packets. It can operate in transport or tunnel mode and is commonly used for VPNs. ISIS, Intermediate System to Intermediate System. ISIS is a link state routing protocol used to move data efficiently within a large network. It determines the best path by sharing link state information among routers. ISIS, Intermediate System to Intermediate System. ISIS is a link state routing protocol used to move data efficiently within a large network. It determines the best path by sharing link state information among routers. LAN, Local Area Network. A local area network, LAN, connects computers and devices within a limited geographic area, such as an office or building. It typically uses Ethernet and allows high-speed communication between local systems. LC, Local Connector. The local connector is a small form-factor fiber optic connector used for high-density network environments. It provides secure push-pull connections and is common in modern data centers. LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. LDAP is an open protocol used to access and maintain distributed directory information services such as user credentials and organizational hierarchies. It operates over TCP/IP and supports centralized authentication. LDAPs, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol over SSL. LDAPs is the secure version of LDAP that uses SSL or TLS to encrypt directory queries and responses. It ensures the confidentiality and integrity of authentication data in transit. LLDP, Link Layer Discovery Protocol. LLDP is a vendor-neutral Layer 2 protocol that allows network devices to advertise and discover basic information about each other, such as device identity and capabilities. MAC, Media Access Control. The MAC address is a unique hardware identifier assigned to a network interface card. It operates at Layer 2 and is used to control how devices access the physical network medium. MDF, Main Distribution Frame. An MDF is a central point where external network connections and internal cabling intersect. It typically houses core switches, routers, and connections to service providers. MDIX, Medium Dependent Interface Crossover. MDIX is a feature that automatically detects and adjusts cable connections so that crossover cables are not needed between similar devices. It simplifies Ethernet cabling setups. MFA, Multi-Factor Authentication. Multi-factor authentication enhances security by requiring users to present two or more verification factors to gain access, typically something they know, have, or are. MIB, Management Information Base. An MIB is a hierarchical database used by SNMP-enabled devices to store information about network performance and configuration. Each object in the MIB is identified by an object identifier. MPO, Multi-Fiber Push-On. The multi-fiber push-on connector is a high-density fiber connector that can hold 12 or more fibers in a single ferrule. It is commonly used in data centers for parallel optical connections. MTBF, Mean Time Between Failure. MTBF is a metric used to estimate the average time a system or component operates before experiencing a failure. It is commonly used to measure hardware reliability. MTTR, Mean Time to Repair. MTTR is a measurement of the average time required to diagnose, fix, and restore a failed component or system to normal operation. MTU, Maximum Transmission Unit. The MTU defines the largest packet size that can be sent over a network interface without fragmentation. MTU size affects network efficiency and performance. MX, Mail Exchange. A mail exchange record specifies the mail server responsible for receiving email on behalf of a domain. It is a type of DNS record that directs where incoming mail should be delivered. NAC, Network Access Control. NAC is a security framework that enforces policies for device authentication and compliance before granting network access. It ensures only trusted devices can connect. NAS, Network Attached Storage. NAS is a dedicated file storage device that provides centralized access to data over a network. It typically uses standard network protocols such as NFS or SMB. NAT, Network Address Translation. NAT is a method used by routers to modify network address information in packet headers while in transit. It allows multiple devices on a local network to share a single public IP address when accessing the Internet. NAT helps conserve IPv4 addresses and enhances privacy by masking internal IPs. NFV, Network Functions Virtualization. NFV is a network architecture concept that replaces dedicated hardware network devices like firewalls or load balancers with virtualized software instances. These functions run on general-purpose hardware, improving flexibility and scalability. NIC, Network Interface Card. A network interface card, also called NIC, is a hardware component that enables a device to connect to a network. It manages the physical and data link layer functions for network communications, handling data transmission and reception over Ethernet or wireless connections. NS, Name Server. A name server is a specialized server that stores DNS records and translates domain names into IP addresses. It plays a key role in the domain name system, ensuring users can access websites by domain name rather than numerical IP. NTP, Network Time Protocol. NTP synchronizes clocks of networked devices to a common reference time. It ensures consistent timekeeping across servers, routers, and clients, which is crucial for logs, authentication, and coordination in distributed systems. NTS, Network Time Security. NTS is an extension of NTP designed to provide cryptographic security to time synchronization. It protects against attacks that could manipulate time data or cause synchronization errors by using TLS for authentication. OS, Operating System. An operating system manages computer hardware and software resources, providing a platform for applications to run. Examples include Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, all of which include networking functions such as TCP/IP stack management and interface configuration. OSI, Open Systems Interconnection. The OSI model is a conceptual framework that divides networking into 7 layers, from physical transmission to application-level communication. It helps standardize and explain how data travels across networks. OSPF, Open Shortest Path First. OSPF is a link state routing protocol used in IP networks. It determines the shortest path between routers using the Dijkstra algorithm and dynamically updates routing tables based on network topology changes. OT, Operational Technology. OT refers to hardware and software systems used to monitor and control industrial operations such as manufacturing equipment or critical infrastructure. OT systems often integrate with IT systems for efficiency and remote management. PaaS, Platform as a Service. PaaS provides developers with a cloud-based environment to build, test, and deploy applications without managing the underlying hardware or OS. Examples include Microsoft Azure App Service and Google App Engine. PAT, Port Address Translation. PAT is a type of NAT that allows multiple devices on a local network to share a single public IP address by differentiating connections based on port numbers. It's sometimes called NAT overload. PCI DSS, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards. The PCI DSS are a set of security requirements for organizations handling credit card data. They include encryption, network segmentation, and access control measures to protect sensitive financial information. PDU, Power Distribution Unit. A PDU is a device used in data centers to distribute electrical power to multiple servers or network devices. PDUs help manage power usage and can include monitoring and surge protection capabilities. PKI, Public Key Infrastructure. PKI is a framework for managing digital certificates and encryption keys used for secure communication. It relies on certificate authorities to verify identities and issue certificates. PoE, Power over Ethernet. PoE delivers electrical power to network devices through Ethernet cables. This allows devices such as IP cameras, phones, and access points to operate without separate power supplies. PSK, Pre-Shared Key. A pre-shared key is a shared secret used to authenticate devices in wireless or VPN networks. It's a simple but effective security mechanism when configured properly. PTP, Precision Time Protocol. PTP synchronizes clocks throughout a network with high precision, often used in telecommunications and industrial systems. It provides better accuracy than NTP. PTR, pointer. A pointer record is a type of DNS record that maps an IP address to a domain name, essentially the reverse of an A record. It's used for reverse DNS lookups. QoS, quality of service. QoS refers to techniques used to prioritize network traffic, ensuring that critical data like voice or video receives higher bandwidth or lower latency. QSFP, Quad Small Form Factor Pluggable. Quad Small Form Factor Pluggable is a compact transceiver used for high-speed data transmission, supporting up to 4 channels per module. It's commonly found in data centers for 40 gigabit per second or 100 gigabit per second connections. Radius, Remote Authentication Dial-In User Service. Radius is a networking protocol that provides centralized authentication, authorization, and accounting for users accessing network services. It's commonly used in enterprise Wi-Fi and VPNs. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. RDP enables remote control of Windows systems through a graphical interface. It allows users to connect to and manage servers or workstations remotely. RFID, Radio Frequency Identifier. RFID uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to objects. It's used in inventory control, access badges, and asset management. RIP, Routing Information Protocol. RIP is a distance vector routing protocol that uses hop count to determine the best path to a network destination. It's one of the earliest routing protocols. RJ, Registered Jack. A registered jack is a standardized interface for connecting telecommunications or networking equipment. Common examples include RJ11 for telephones and RJ45 for Ethernet connections. RPO, Recovery Point Objective. RPO defines the maximum acceptable amount of data loss measured in time. It determines how frequently data backups or replications should occur. RSTP, Rapid Spanning Tree Protocol. RSTP is an improved version of the original spanning tree protocol that provides faster network convergence. It prevents loops in Ethernet networks by dynamically blocking and unblocking ports as the network topology changes. RTO, Recovery Time Objective. RTO defines the maximum acceptable time a system or service can be offline after a failure before normal operations must be restored. It's a key metric in disaster recovery planning. RX, Receiver. RX stands for receiver, referring to the part of a communication system or device that accepts incoming data signals. In networking, RX often designates the port or pathway for inbound traffic. SaaS, Software as a Service. Software as a Service is a cloud computing model that delivers software applications over the Internet, eliminating the need for local installation. Examples include Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, and Salesforce. SAML, or SAML, Security Assertion Markup Language. SAML is an open standard for exchanging authentication and authorization data between parties, typically between an identity provider and a service provider. SAN, Storage Area Network. A storage area network is a specialized high-speed network that provides block-level access to storage devices. It connects servers to shared storage pools, improving scalability and performance for enterprise systems. SASE, Secure Access Service Edge. SASE is a cloud architecture model that combines network security and wide area networking functions. It integrates technologies like SD-WAN, firewalls, and zero trust into a single cloud service. SC, Subscriber Connector. SC is a type of fiber optic connector known for its square shape and push-pull locking mechanism. It provides reliable and low-loss connections for network equipment. SCADA or SCADA, Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. SCADA systems monitor and control industrial processes such as utilities, manufacturing, and infrastructure operations. They use sensors and control devices connected through networks. SD-WAN, Software Defined Wide Area Network. SD-WAN uses software-based management to optimize WAN performance across multiple connection types, such as broadband, LTE, or MPLS. It improves efficiency and reduces costs for distributed networks. SDN, Software Defined Network. SDN separates the control plane from the data plane, allowing network administrators to manage network behavior through software rather than hardware. It enables centralized management and automation. SFP, Small Form Factor Pluggable. An SFP is a compact transceiver module used for both fiber optic and copper connections. It allows network devices to connect to different media types by swapping modules. SFTP, Secure File Transfer Protocol. SFTP is a secure version of the file transfer protocol that operates over SSH to encrypt data transfers. It provides authentication and data integrity during file exchange. SIEM, Security Information and Event Management. SIEM systems collect, analyze, and correlate logs from across the network to detect security incidents and policy violations. They provide real-time monitoring and alerting. SIP or SIP, Session Initiation Protocol. SIP is used to establish, modify, and terminate multimedia communication sessions such as voice over IP calls. It operates at the application layer and works with RTP for data transport. SLA, Service Level Agreement. A service level agreement is a formal contract between a service provider and a customer defining performance standards such as uptime, response time, and responsibilities. SLAAC, Stateless Address Auto Configuration. SLAAC is an IPv6 mechanism that allows devices to automatically configure their own IP addresses using network router advertisements without the need for DHCP. SMB, Server Message Block. SMB is a protocol used for sharing files, printers, and other resources over a network, primarily in Windows environments. It enables applications and users to read and write files on remote servers. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. SMTP is the standard protocol for sending email messages across networks. It handles the transmission of messages from client to mail server and between mail servers. SMTPS, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol Secure. SMTPS is a secure version of SMTP that encrypts email transmissions using SSL or TLS. It protects the confidentiality and integrity of email data during transport. SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. SNMP is used to monitor and manage network devices. It operates by exchanging management information between devices and a centralized manager. SOA, Start of Authority. SOA is a DNS record that contains administrative information about a domain, including the primary name server, contact email, and refresh intervals for zone transfers. SQL, Structured Query Language. SQL is used to manage and manipulate data stored in relational databases. It supports operations such as querying, inserting, updating, and deleting records. SSE, Security Service Edge. SSE is a cloud-delivered framework that consolidates multiple security services, such as Secure Web Gateways, CASB, and Zero Trust Network Access, into a unified platform. SSH, Secure Shell. SSH is a cryptographic protocol used to securely connect to remote devices and manage systems over unsecured networks. It provides encrypted command line access for administrators. SSID, Service Set Identifier. SSID is the unique name assigned to a wireless network, allowing clients to identify and connect to it. SSDs are broadcast by wireless access points. SSL, Secure Socket Layer. SSL is a cryptographic protocol that provides encryption and authentication for Internet communications. It has largely been replaced by Transport Layer Security, or TLS. SSO, Single Sign-On. SSO is an authentication method that allows users to access multiple applications or systems using a single set of login credentials. By centralizing the authentication process, SSO enhances user convenience and reduces the number of passwords that need to be managed across different platforms. It is widely used in enterprise environments to improve both security and usability. ST, Straight Tip. ST is a type of fiber optic connector that uses a bayonet-style coupling mechanism. It was one of the earliest connectors used for fiber optic networking and is typically found in multi-mode networks. ST connectors are recognizable by the round body and twist lock design that secures the fiber cable in place. STP, Shielded Twisted Pair. STP cable is a type of network cabling that includes additional shielding around the wire pairs to reduce electromagnetic interference, or EMI, and crosstalk. The shielding can be individual for each pair or applied to the overall cable jacket. SVI, Switch Virtual Interface. An SVI is a logical interface used to manage and route traffic on a network switch. It allows network administrators to assign an IP address to a switch for remote management or for inter-VLAN routing. TACACS Plus, or TACACS Plus, Terminal Access Controller Access Control System Plus. TACACS Plus is a centralized authentication protocol developed by Cisco that provides authentication, authorization, and accounting services for network devices. It uses TCP for reliable transport and encrypts the entire authentication process. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. TCP is a core transport layer protocol that provides reliable, connection-oriented communication between devices on a network. It ensures data is delivered in order and without errors through acknowledgments and retransmissions. TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. TFTP is a simple protocol used to transfer small files across a network. It uses UDP for transport, making it lightweight but less reliable than FTP. TFTP is often used for tasks such as transferring firmware or configuration files to network devices. TTL, time to live. TTL is a value in an IP packet that determines how long the packet can exist on a network before being discarded. Each router that processes the packet decrements the TTL by 1 until it reaches 0, preventing routing loops. TX, transmitter. TX stands for transmitter, which is the component in a network interface or optical device responsible for sending data signals. In fiber optics, the TX port sends light signals to a corresponding RX port on another device. TXT, text. TXT or text is a type of DNS record that allows administrators to associate text-based information with a domain. It's often used for verification and security purposes, such as SPF or DKIM records for email authentication. UDP, User Datagram Protocol. UDP is a transport layer protocol that provides fast, connectionless communication without error correction. It's used in applications where speed is more important than reliability, such as video streaming and DNS queries. UPS, Uninterruptible Power Supply. A UPS is a device that provides temporary power to equipment during electrical outages or fluctuations. It helps prevent data loss and hardware damage by supplying battery power until a generator or main power can resume. URL, Uniform Resource Locator. A URL is the address used to access resources on the Internet. It specifies the protocol, domain, and path to the resource, such as https://example.com/page. USB, Universal Serial Bus. USB is a standard interface for connecting peripherals like keyboards, storage devices, and network adapters. It supports plug-and-play functionality and hot swapping for convenience. UTM, Unified Threat Management. UTM refers to an all-in-one security solution that combines multiple security functions such as firewalling, intrusion prevention, and antivirus into a single device. UTP, Unshielded Twisted Pair. UTP cable is a common form of copper cabling used for Ethernet networks. It consists of twisted wire pairs that reduce crosstalk and interference without additional shielding. VIP, Virtual IP. A VIP address is an IP address that does not correspond to a specific physical device. It's used for load balancing or failover, allowing multiple servers to share the same address. VLAN, Virtual Local Area Network. A VLAN allows network administrators to segment a single physical network into multiple logical networks. This enhances performance, organization, and security by isolating traffic. VLSM, Variable Length Subnet Mask. VLSM is a subnetting technique that allows networks to use different subnet masks within the same IP address space, optimizing IP address usage. VoIP, Voice over IP. VoIP is a technology that enables voice communication over IP networks instead of traditional phone lines. It converts voice signals into data packets transmitted across the Internet or LAN. VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. A VPC is a secure, isolated segment of a public cloud environment that provides the flexibility of cloud services with the control of a private network. VPN, Virtual Private Network. A VPN creates an encrypted tunnel between a user and a network, allowing secure communication over public networks. It protects data confidentiality and integrity during transmission. VXLAN, Virtual Extensible LAN. VXLAN is a network virtualization technology that allows Layer 2 networks to be extended over Layer 3 infrastructure. It uses encapsulation to support large-scale cloud and data center environments. WAN, or WAN, Wide Area Network. A WAN connects multiple local area networks over large geographic distances using leased lines or public internet connections. It enables organizations to share data and resources across remote sites. WPA, Wi-Fi Protected Access. WPA is a security standard designed to protect wireless networks by encrypting data transmissions. It was introduced to replace the weaker WEP standard. WPS, Wi-Fi Protected Setup. WPS is a feature that simplifies connecting devices to a secure wireless network using a PIN or push-button method. ZTA, Zero Trust Architecture. ZTA is a security model that assumes no device or user should be trusted by default, even if they are inside the network perimeter. Every access request must be verified continuously.